My name is Adrian Rios, and I am 22 years old. My parents are pastors of a church, of a Spanish church, and so I grew up playing worship. I grew up, just learning a lot of things about the church itself and about the Bible. So I guess you would say I grew up knowing God, but never did I think I had an actual relationship with Him, and I didn't know what that was like. By as much good deeds as I did, as much serving as I did, I always felt like it wasn't enough, and I wasn't receiving any joy from it. To me, God was like a boss or a something that I had to achieve by going further up the ladder. And so I just remember just one day just meeting with my parents, who happened to be the pastors, and saying, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I can't deal with this. I'm miserable here. And so I felt like walking away. I was at the same time kind of relieved, because I was walking away from a God who would never like me for who I was. I think a lot of my friends knew I wasn't okay, but many of them probably didn't want to mention it. Maybe it was just because you'd look at every other aspect of my life and it would look good, appearance-wise. I mean, I was losing weight, and I was, making the money I wanted to make, and I was reaching these goals. But I think when you look deeper in it, you realize that I just wasn't okay. I discovered that life without God was just empty. I think I found a thrill in car accidents, because I think it was like my life was close to the edge in those moments. And I felt the more I pushed myself, the more I'd feel real, the more I'd feel something real in my life. I had a car accident, and I remember I didn't hit a car, I hit like a post or something like that. And I remember I was intoxicated, and I remember just sitting there and being like, if I keep this up, I am going to die. And I remember just in my car, literally just praying and saying, God, I'm so sorry. I don't want this for my life. I don't want people to wake up and hear news that it's my funeral. Take me for who I am, and I'm no longer running around. I'm just gonna face the reality, and that's that I need you. I came to visit Crossroads. Coming into this church where people were just nice to each other, it was different. It wasn't what I was used to. And I remember that night, I just wanted to serve everywhere. It didn't really matter where. The more I served, the more I got involved in the church, the more I just saw slowly, my life just changed. The way I spoke, the way I approached things changed. And I experienced so much joy at church, and I experienced so much joy with God and in a relationship with Him. I need my friends to experience this. And that's how I went out, and one by one just started going after all of them, just to see, how can I bring you to experience this that I'm experiencing.